What's up, mamas? I'm Rebecca. You're watching the Reseller Mom Show. Thanks for joining me today for a video all about how I am really focusing on hitting my daily sales goal. I've set a daily sales goal for myself of $300. That's gross. And I'm not stopping, and I'm doing certain activities to get me to that goal every day. Now, obviously, despite all the activities, sometimes I don't hit. Sometimes I hit more easily than I think. But I want to share with you the exact activities that I'm doing to influence and push sales and make me feel like I'm being proactive and I'm really trying to do everything I can to hit my daily sales goal. And in order to, I'm going to go over all of those tips of what those things are. And in order to track my sales, I created a goal tracker in Google Sheets. And I like it because it's really easy and I can have it on my phone and actually update it, really quick with one thumb on my phone, but then I can also access it on the computer as well, which is nice because it's Google Sheets. So it is available in my Etsy store, and I am going to show you that. So I'm going to show you the tracker so you understand how I track the sales. Then I'm going to go over the tips of how I'm working to make the sales, just so you can kind of see the whole system of how I use it. And again, shameless plug, it is available in my Etsy store. It's super cheap, and I'm working on my pricing. So right now it's at like one set price. I'm running sales, so I'm not going to say the actual price because it may change in the future. But I'm really excited about it because it's been working as a really good motivational tool for me. So I'm going to share with you all of it. You can totally make it yourself. If you don't want to buy it from me and you know how to use Google Sheets and make formulas, make it yourself. That's totally fine. The only reason why I'm sharing it and charging for it is because it took me time to make. I use it, and there's some people that don't know how, and now you'll be able to just buy it and use it right away. So it's an instant download again in the Etsy shop. Thanks so much, and I will show you everything right now. Okay, so let's dive in and open up the goal tracker so I can show you how that works. So it is a Google Sheet, and you can download the app that I have in the top left corner, which is the Google Sheets app. You can use your Gmail account to sign in and utilize this on your phone, and then you can also log into it on your computer as well, which is why I love it, because I can hop back and forth and it keeps all of the information. So this is the template, the blank sheet to fill out your goal tracker each day, but I'm going to show you the example first, which is the other tab inside the sheet. So this is just an example. You can keep it like this, so that way you always have something to refer back to. So you can enter in the date. There it's January 3rd. You can enter in what your daily sales goal is, and there it's $100. And today's sales is a formula, so you don't want to do anything with that. It's going to automatically calculate all of the sales that you enter here as they come in throughout the day. So when you enter your sales, you just enter them in each box here. That will tally up into the total sales column, and then that will subtract from your daily sales goal and give you the sales to your goal. So how many sales do you still need to get in dollars until you reach your goal for the day? So let's go ahead to the template and fill it out. And honestly, I have zero idea what today's date is, so let's just pretend it's the 25th. I think that's what it is, but I have no idea. So the 25th of September, that's today's date. My daily goal is $300. And today, that's the formula there, and I haven't included any sales. So if I went and checked my Poshmark account, I know I already sold two things today. One was for $20 and one was for $25. I haven't updated this yet because I knew I was going to do the video. So I'm going to put in 25 there. I'm going to put in 20 there. It's going to tally it up and say I've already sold $45 worth, and I have $255 left to go for today. So for me, it's super easy as the sale comes in, because obviously I'm always paying attention to when I get a sale. As soon as the sale comes in, I just go ahead and enter it in these fields here. Doesn't matter how many you have, just as long as you put it in under where it says sale amount, it will get rolled up into the total, and you just enter them throughout the day. So for Poshmark, that's an immediate sale, I put that in. Mercari, same thing, it's immediate, I put that in. For eBay, when something sells, I don't put it in until they pay. So when I get the paid notification, I see the money in PayPal, that's when I would include an eBay sale. And so I don't have it divvied out into which one's which or anything like that. I wanted to keep this literally like as few clicks as possible, not a super complicated spreadsheet. I have other spreadsheets that I use to track all of my stuff. This is just on the fly every day to be able to see how I'm progressing toward my goal and keeping me conscious of my goal so that I can proactively work toward achieving that goal. And to me, that's the difference maker. It's not about knowing that you've gotten sales. It's not about having a goal, but it's actually tracking your progress throughout the day in real time of how you're, incrementally moving toward your goal, and then what can you do to influence making that goal. So now that I've showed you the tracker, that's that. I will just real quick show you the Etsy shop just for your shop. It's etsy.com/shop/the Reseller Mom Show. It's one of the first featured items here. So right now I have it up for $3.99 and you can get 15% off. Again, I'm just trying all sorts of different sale prices and item prices right now. So the pricing may change in the future, but that's what I have it up for right now. There's all sorts of other tools and swag, and I'm adding new things all the time. So that's my little commercial. And now I will be going over the actual activities that I do to help influence sales and help me reach my goal each day. Now that you've seen the goal tracker and how I use it to track my sales throughout the day to really give me up-to-date real-time information about where I'm at and tracking towards my goal, now I'm going to tell you the things that I actually do to help influence those sales and make those sales happen. And I've got a couple obvious ones, but I have to say them because you never know who's watching. Someone who's new may not be thinking about this. And then I have one at the end that I haven't done in a while, but I'm going to start reinstituting it. I had a lot of success with it when I did it early on. I haven't heard many people talk about it, so stay tuned to the end of all of the tips for the last one. Hopefully it won't disappoint you. So the first one is list. And we all know list. Okay, fine. List something, you never know. It might just catch somebody right at that time and they may buy it immediately. It's happened to all of us at one time or another. Relist an item, just list something, especially if you haven't listed anything yet in the day, or you want to spread out your listings throughout the day so that every couple of hours you have a listing go live. Just do think of listing itself as a sales activity. So sometimes we get in a rut, we don't want to list, but if you think of it as, hey, if I list an item, it may influence a sale right now, that's going to make you more motivated to list something. So list is number one. Number two is share. You can share till you're blue in the face. You can share your items in bursts. You can share your whole closet. You can share it from top to bottom, bottom to top. You can do whatever you want with share. You can have someone else share for you, of course, which I do. I have my virtual assistants help me with that. But throughout the day, I do share bursts. And depending on what's going on in the day, sometimes I do it more than others. But I will say, if you can set a little reminder on your phone that once an hour you just share 5 items real quick, or make triggers for yourself, like every time you are stopped at a light, you share 3 items when you're in the car, or if your kid says mommy 10 times, go share your items. Like, set up triggers for yourself, or set up a reminder or a timer, and do small share bursts throughout the day. Just a little something to get some items out there. You never know what will bring someone into your closet and bring a sale. So again, think creatively about your sharing activity. Then the next is dropping prices. And I don't do this all the time. It's not like I do this on a daily basis, but I can do it more. If it's a closet clear out, I'm more apt to do it just randomly throughout the day, like go in and just drop some prices because it happens to be closet clear out that day. I don't always participate in closet clear out, but if I know that I want to make some extra sales and I'm like, I have, that suit, it's kind of a high value, I could probably drop the price on that. Or I have some other thing where there's some wiggle room and I can drop the price and it just happens to be closet clear out. Everyone has all sorts of videos of strategies for that. So obviously you get the bigger bang for your buck if you drop prices on a closet clear out day, because then Poshmark will help out with the shipping. But you can do it any day and you can drop prices whenever you want on anything you want. So keep that in mind as something in your back pocket where you can, do I have like something? Must just be from the light. Just kind of keep it in your back pocket as an activity. You can drop prices whenever you want. Doesn't have to be closet clear out. Doesn't have to just be at night. It can be whenever. And I've made sales at all times of day with it. Offers to likers. And again, not all of these are obvious, but I'm just making sure that I cover all my bases here because these are all things that I do throughout the day to influence sales. So you can send offers to likers. If you send them normally as a best practice kind of throughout the day, every time someone likes an item, it may not do as much for you, on an ongoing basis because you're already kind of utilizing it pretty frequently. But if you're somebody that doesn't use it, use it. Try different percentages. Sometimes I do 10%, sometimes I do 20%. Lately, I've been doing 30%. And when I price, sometimes I keep in mind, that I'm going to be possibly dropping up to 30%. And so, that's something to think about. But if you normally do 30% and a discounted shipping or a free shipping, then do 50%. I mean, it's up to you. You can run your closet however you want. If you have a goal for yourself and you need to make sales and there's items that you've built a margin into where you can go lower and get a sale for yourself that day, do it. There's a lot of talk out there about holding prices and, not giving things away. And I get that. I don't want to give my stuff away. My time is worth money. But at the same time, a not sale is not worth anything. A sale is worth something. And it's money back in my pocket and cash flow for my business. And when you get to be a bigger store, and not that I'm saying I'm a bigger store, but for myself, it's a bigger store. And so I've got, 1,500 items now or whatever active. I've been at over 2,000. You don't want things to sit. You can't afford the space for things to sit. You need to keep the cash flow moving. You need to keep the items moving. And if that means having a clearance, that means having a clearance. And if I want to sell a great item at a low price and give someone a great deal, and I still make money on it and I'm comfortable with that decision, I think that's fine. I don't judge anybody for their pricing strategy. I don't judge anyone for wanting to sit on something and get top dollar or getting rid of it at a fire sale. Sure, it can hurt the comps, but that's with anything. But when you check comps, you have to take that into account. And that's why I don't check comps so much or hold them so religiously in my pricing strategy, because comps could be anything. Anyone could sell anything for anything they want. Sorry, this wasn't supposed to be a rant, but it became that way. So if you want to offer to likers a deep discount to jumpstart some sales for your closet that day or your store, do it. And a lot of these are Poshmark related, of course. But I will go over, a few of the Mercari strategies and eBay strategies as well. But most of these are Poshmark because I feel like with Poshmark, there's more that you can do that results in sales. With Mercari, you can do some things. I haven't had a lot of luck with it. With eBay, same thing. It is what it is. So, offers to likers. The next one is something that has been talked about in other videos, which is making a bundle for someone and then making an offer. And again, this is Poshmark. So if someone's liked an item or if they've liked a couple of items, but they haven't bundled it, you can go in and put that like into a bundle and then make them an offer. And for me, I don't usually do that up until now because it was time consuming, right? But then I'm like, I've been sending out a lot of offers to likers and I've been including that shipping discount. And what if somebody would have bought it with a discount, but not necessarily needing a shipping discount? So I think there's something to be said for maybe testing out the two different strategies and seeing what works best for you. Because if you did put a little time and effort into creating the bundle, which again is time consuming, it's a few extra steps, you could save yourself all those shipping discounts if you just made a straight up offer. So again, it's just something to consider as a different way. Everyone has a different daily strategy of what you're already doing. So I'm trying to bring to light all of the options, and maybe you're already doing it, but now you can do it in a different way. You can do it more frequently, or if you're not doing it at all, try it out. So making a bundle and making an offer, again, a little more time consuming, but can save you on that shipping discount and may not necessarily have a difference as far as whether the customer would buy or not. And so that might be an option for you. The next thing is to run a sale, and you've seen them out there, 3 for $20, 5 for $25, half price off of jeans, BOGO, whatever kind of sale you want to run, you can run it. Put an ad up, put a little typorama sign, put a little overwrap sign in your closet at the beginning, share it in some Poshmark Facebook groups, let people know about your sales, share it on your Instagram or whatever, and promote those items, notate those items, and run a little sale and see if that helps. I will say I used to do a lot of it, and lately I haven't done as much with it because I didn't feel like I got that much traction with it on Poshmark like I used to. So I've shied away from it, but you certainly can do it. And I'm not saying that I won't do it, but if I really wanted to run like a blowout sale on certain items, I know exactly what to do in order to do it. Make a post, notate the items, you put a little emoji or whatever you're gonna do, share them at the top of your closet, and promote it in a couple of places on social media and see what happens. You never know. So running a sale on Poshmark. And then I'll save the last Poshmark tip because this is the one that I'm really excited about, that I want to talk about, but I'll save that to the end. So on Mercari, you can obviously do a few things as well to influence sales. You can promote your item where you only get a few per day to do that, and that bumps your items to the top by offering a discount. You can do the private offers to likers. And like I said, I haven't done it a lot, but when I have done it, I haven't seen a lot of results from it. So for me to put the time into pressing all the buttons and deciding what I'm going to drop and all of that, I haven't found that I've gotten the return from that time spent. So for me, I'd rather spend my time and effort on Poshmark to do those kinds of activities. If I'm going to physically click buttons and make things happen, I'm going to do it on Poshmark because I feel like that's the better bang for my time. Now on eBay, you could change your sales. I run a pretty, not stagnant, but like the same kind of sale all the time. It just keeps turning over and starting and stopping, and it's basically the same 20% off sale. I've turned off promoted listings at this time. As of September 2019, who knows, it may change. So I'm not really monkeying around a lot with my eBay things. I mean, yes, you can go in and drop prices, you can send offers, and I have done that, and that has worked. But again, for my time and effort, I feel like I get the most bang for my buck as far as results on Poshmark. I feel like that community is more receptive to those activities, and so more good positive sale results happen from doing those things. On eBay, I don't find like it works for me as much, and on Mercari the same thing, but I encourage you to try all of these things because you just never know. You never know what's going to work for you. So try them all, test them out, see what you think. The last tip is run what I'm calling a sealed bid auction. And that's probably not what I would have called it a while back when I was doing this, but I am now because I've been going to a lot of auction sites, and there's things called sealed bid auctions, where basically, if you don't know what that is, you can see an auction, and normally you would bid on it, and then someone else would bid on it, would drive the bid price up. Sometimes you can even put in a maximum bid, and so it will bid for you as the price goes up until your maximum bid is reached, and maybe you're the winner, maybe you're not. With a sealed bid, you're basically making an offer, other people are making an offer, and the seller is collecting all of those offers and picking which ones they want to accept. And so this is usually like when I go to my liquidation site, I can find a lot that I like, put in a sealed bid, and know that I want to offer $200 for this lot. I would be willing to pay $200, no more than that. And instead of it bidding up to that, anyone else can send their bid. So someone might only put 100, someone might put 500. And so the seller can collect all those bids and then pick which one. And so I would imagine they're going to pick the highest. And so if I put in 200, somebody put in 100, and somebody else put in 500, the seller's probably going to pick the $500 one, and that's the guy that's going to win the auction. So with Poshmark, the way you can do this, and like I said, I did this a long time ago and I got out of it, and it popped in my head the other day, and that's kind of what inspired me to make the whole video, because I'm like, I wonder if anyone else does that. I think it's a cool idea. It used to work for me. And so what I would do on Poshmark is go to a listing that I want to sell. and look at everyone that's liked it, look at everyone that's commented on it, and I try to get one that has a medium-sized amount of activity. You know, for everyone that's going to be a different amount, but I don't want it so much because it would be really time consuming. So like if at least 10 people liked it, and you know, maybe there was a couple questions or comments on it, something like that. But you can do it with anything, but you need some kind of activity on it, some kind of likes, traction. And I would craft a note and let them know that I'm running an auction, a special 1 day only flash auction on this item. I'm accepting offers on this item, and at 6 o'clock tonight, I'll review all the offers and pick the best one, and that will be the person that gets the item. And to say, you know, no offer is too low, no offer is too high, offer whatever you'd be willing to pay for this item. Maybe you win, maybe you won't, and kind of make it exciting. I mean, I'm over explaining it at this point, and I'd have to go back. I mean, it was on old items, so I'd have to even see what I said. But make it unique for you, make it sound exciting and something unique and different. And you can't do it all the time, and you can't do it to the same people that are always liking your items. You know, there's people that just like your items, but it could create a little bit of buzz and excitement. Because let's say that they go to that listing and they're like, oh my God, 10 people liked it. She's sending a note to everybody that liked it. 10 people could be making an offer on this. I'm going to make my best offer so that I can really get it if you have a really motivated buyer. Or you could get someone that's like, I don't really care if I get this, but hey, if I could get it for $6, why not? And I'm just saying 6. And let's say they offer you $6. So you could get offers anywhere from the lowballest offer to a really good legit offer that maybe you would have even accepted less than that, but because they know there's others, they want to make a good offer. Plus, they can't see who's making an offer. So they don't know if all 10 people are offering on it or not. And you said you're not going to just accept it out of the clear blue sky. You're going to wait until a certain designated time. So you have, you know, and I would send these out in the morning and then, you know, leave it for at night or in the afternoon or however you want to set it up. But give a couple of hours. That way people can check their comments. They can still get in on it at a variety of times. Maybe at the end, they'll be like, I should just make an offer. And so then right before that time frame, you could always send a little reminder. I haven't, but I'm just thinking of that now. And then let's say you're going to end your auction at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock, you just go in and see if you have any offers and accept the one that you want. And I would assume that you would accept the highest one. I don't know why there would be a reason for you not to, but I would accept the highest one, and that would get you the sale. You could also have somebody that's like, the heck with this, I was gonna wait until payday to buy it, but now she's running an offer thing, so I'm gonna buy it now. So you could get somebody outright buy it early. You could get an offer that maybe would be even more than you were willing to accept, and that would be cool, and you can accept it at the time frame. Or obviously no one could make an offer, and it is what it is, and you go want, and move on to the next one. But you could literally run a bunch of those throughout the day. It's going to be a little time consuming on the front end to send out that comment and send out that note to people, to everyone that's liked it or everyone that's commented or however you want to run it. But it might be worth a shot. You never know. Even if you spent 15 minutes every morning on it and it resulted in 1 or 2 sales at the end of the day, plus it's exciting for the buyer and for you to just see what you might get for it and just kind of generate offers. I mean, again, you want people to, I just dropped my notepad. You want people to buy it outright. You want people to buy it with your bundle discount, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you need to go out there and you need to make your own sales. And I am in that mindset these days of like, I have stuff to sell. I don't want to store this stuff anymore. I want to sell it. I want to sell it today. I want that activity in my closet. I want to give people a great deal, and I still want to make some money, and there's nothing wrong with that. And run your store however you want. Try some of these things that I've mentioned. Again, some of them are not rocket science. We all know about them. But try to think about it in a different light and try to be proactive in achieving your goals. Don't just sit there and say, yeah, I'd like to make $300 a day. Maybe for you it's $500 a day. I don't know. $300 is mine because I figure $300. I don't know. That to me gets me to a gross goal at the end of the month, you know, whatever. But because $300 is a high goal for me. You know, it's high. I'm not hitting that every day. I've hit it a few times this month, but I'm not hitting it every day. And sometimes it'll take you a lot of sales to hit your goal. Sometimes it might only take you a few sales to hit your goal if you're starting to put in higher value items into your store. So you do whatever works for you, but try some of these activities, try to think about them in a different way, and try to proactively track towards your goal. And whether you use my tracker or not, completely up to you. Make your own, write it on scratch paper, whatever you want to do. I just like it on my phone. I like it to tally itself. I like it to just be very automatic. You know, give it a shot and see if it helps you stay motivated and at least cognizant of where you're trying to go every day and how you're doing throughout the day to get there. And I wish you the best of luck with it. I hope it helps you with your mindset. I hope it helps you with getting more sales. I hope one or all of these little tips and tricks gets you something good. And I just wish you all the best of luck. See you in the next video. Bye.